Welcome back to the Global Conscious Project podcast. My name is Nicola and I am your host. Today we're going to be talking about Healy. Healy is this small frequency healing device which basically is a total game changer. It has completely turned around my life. Obviously, there's other factors too in there that have played a part in all of my health recovery and small things in my life, but I would say that I put most of it down to Healy, or at least half of it down to Healy, because I've found that since using Healy, the progress in my health has been insane. So if you've been following along for a little while, you already know that I had all of these gut issues, all of these mental health issues. I was experiencing dizziness, fatigue, like gastro symptoms for months on end. I was literally bedridden for a couple of months. I ended up in the ER, which is the emergency room. I ended up just like not being able to work more than a couple of days a week. And around those days of work, I basically just spent my time in bed. I couldn't stand up for long periods of time. It was messy. And of course, then that impacted my mental health more, and oh my God, so many things. When Kim introduced me to Healy, I was kind of like, oh, this is really cool. I fully believe in quantum physics. I fully believe in the power of healing your body holistically rather than treating each individual thing as an individual thing. Like, I think when you treat the body as a whole rather than thinking about everything separately, that is when you get true optimum health. However, most people in Western society and in Western medicine and even in alternative therapies as well treat things individually. I was so impressed when Kim sent me through the information for Healy, because it is the first device that I have come across, and I think it's the first one in its category. Like, it's a category creator that does all of the things that it does. So I'm first going to just tell you like what I have experienced using Healy after 3 months. It could be even a little bit more than 3 months. I'm pretty sure it's either 3 or 3.5 months. It's not very long. Then I'll go into a little bit more about Healy and the fascinating things that I found. And before I do that, I just want to say to you, if you're in Australia, today there is a promo starting. So you can get a Healy for almost half price. So if you have been on the fence, waiting to know about Healy, like waiting to make a decision, waiting for a promo, you need to jump on this, because it's lasting for 1 month and it will end on March 2nd. And I cannot tell you that there's going to be another one, because it's never guaranteed. So that's super exciting. That's actually how I bought my Healy, and I ended up paying, half price for the top level, which is insane. Yeah, if you've been following along, you'll already know about how my eyes have healed themselves. I have had no gut issues anymore. I had all these white dots on my nails, which signify like deficiencies in minerals, vitamins, and all of those fun things. I was experiencing like anxiety, intense like anxiety, and obviously other mental health issues, which I've had my whole life. And I basically was just feeling disgusting, totally lethargic, totally just ill. So, which is never fun for anyone. I ran the programs around healing my gut and my eyes first. So I would run eyes program, organ meridian program, and then like either gastrointestinal or other organs that my scan came up with. So if you don't know already, when you have the resonance, which is the highest one, it scans your energy field and tells you which programs you need the most. And I would just kind of use that as a guide to kind of determine which programs I would run. But I would always run eyes and like some kind of gastrointestinal one. And within like a month or 6 weeks, I couldn't put my glasses on because it hurt. So I went from having like a prism in my glasses and astigmatism, which is where your eyes can't focus on anything, and also like I needed reading glasses as well. So I ended up needing like a sunglasses, a normal glasses, and a reading glasses at the age of 28, which I know isn't that uncommon, but it was for me. I'd only had glasses for 2 years, and my eyes were gradually getting worse. Every year I'd go and get my eyes tested and they were getting worse. And then all of a sudden I just got this day and I was like, I obviously don't sleep with my glasses on, so when I put them on, it really hurt. Like my eyes just started hurting after about, 5 seconds or so. And I was like, oh, that's weird. So I tried my other glasses, my reading glasses, and the same thing. And then took about like 2 weeks, and I went glasses, no glasses, glasses, no glasses, glasses, no glasses. And then eventually the time where I had no glasses was extending, and then I got to a point and I was just like, oh, there's not even any point trying to put them on because it just would give me a headache instantly. So that was insane. Like I was resigned to the fact that I would have glasses for the rest of my life. And then if you told me that I would heal my eyes, like that's insane. Insane. Now I should mention that I can't say this is all the Healy because I had changed my diet to vegan diet. I had reduced my stress, which Healy also helped me with that. And I had, what else did I do? Yeah. And I started drinking celery juice. So there's like a couple of factors in there, but I'm pretty sure the Healy has played a major part in that. Obviously, it's a multifaceted thing. I can't say that Healy did the whole thing, but it definitely played a major part in that. So then, according to the scans, I would run the programs that it would tell me, and sometimes that would be like protection programs or gold cycle or stress or balanced nerves or anything for my stress levels. Because my gut was so out of whack, my stress levels and like mental health was all over the place. It was just insane. And over like probably it's taken 3 months to get to this place where I don't have any gut issues. My anxiety is so good. Like I was at a point where to leave the house, I was so nervous that I would get sick, that I would go to the toilet, nervous peeing, and I would have to do that like 7 times before I leave the house sometimes. And then I would get in the car and I would be like, breathing deeply because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be sick. Like I'm not near a toilet. What if I'm sick? Like that's how intense the anxiety was. And the gut-brain connection is so real and it is so pertinent. And you can see that when you have gut issues, you just can't control your mental health at all. And I would say that that's a massive part in why there's so many people struggling with mental illness and with mental health issues at the moment, is because, more than ever, there's so many intolerances, so much bad food, all of the things. We're just eating shit. And it's really been amazing to have that health back. And last week I started running again. So to give you an idea, I spent like 3 months in bed. This was like a year and a half ago. And I've gradually, there was probably a good 4 or 5 months where I couldn't even go for a walk to take my dog around the block. Like I couldn't walk my dog. I couldn't even walk to the dog park, which is 500 meters away, without like feeling dizzy and faint. And then I gradually started being able to walk. I would walk then I ended up being able to walk like 10 kilometers a day. And now I've started running a little bit. My body is like, what the hell is this? Why are you running? But it loves it. It's like today I went for a walk and it's like, okay, let's run. And I'm like, no muscles, you need to just ease yourself into this. And to have that amount of energy, to have that like self-confidence again, to not feel anxious about my body, to not feel like I can't trust my body, and to not feel like when I leave the house I'm going to get sick is insane. Again, this is because I cut out all of the inflammatory foods. I completely have reset my gut. I've been actively like drinking celery juice and lemon juice every morning to try and like cleanse my body, to get all of those like viruses and stuff out of my body, and the heavy metals and all of those things, to really like give myself the best chance to get healthy. But I don't believe in my heart that I would have had this fast recovery and also this amount of recovery from just that. I 100% believe that Healy has helped me with those issues, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be introduced to this. Number one, I'm so grateful to have been exposed to this. I'm so grateful to like have this experience of being that sick, because it gives you like this new appreciation on life, and it makes you understand the value of health in such an insane way. My mental health, obviously there's the gut stuff, but I've been struggling with anxiety and depression and all kinds of things off and on for as long as I can remember. I was diagnosed at 22 with depression and anxiety. I was medicated for probably 3 years, maybe four or five actually. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 years. And then I took myself off that medication when I felt stable, because I realized that it wasn't actually fixing the problem. It was a band-aid effect for me. And I understand sometimes you need band-aids, but for long term, like I'd been on them for 5 years, for long term, I knew that it wasn't a sustainable thing, and that it wasn't actually serving me as an individual. And not everyone feels that way, and that's totally fine. But for me, that was my reality. And so coming off those meds, like it was probably 2 or 3 years of really up and down. Like I went through a major depression again, and a lot of anxiety, and there was a lot of change in my life and a lot of upheaval and stuff. But I stood strong, and I was like, no, I'm going to fix this myself. I'm not going to rely on my medication to do that, and I am going to stay off my meds. And I got to this point when my gut was really bad that I didn't know if it was my anxiety and depression and mental health causing the gut issues, or if it was the gut issues causing the anxiety and mental health. And also chuck in there a spiritual awakening, which is intense AF, like so intense. And I think that without Healy, I would still be in this state where like my body felt like it was literally shaking on the inside. There was days where my energy was just bouncing all over the place because I had no stability inside myself. And with Healy, I noticed the first day, I remember unpacking my Healy and I ran one of the gold cycles, and I'm pretty sure it was being. And within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I was just out. It was like everything inside of me had been calmed down. And I felt so connected to myself and so chilled out. And since having Healy, I haven't felt that anxiety since. And if I do, it's way less, and I just chuck on a cycle and I'm good. Like I just chuck the Healy on and I'm so good. And it's insane. Like having that tool in your pocket is just mind-blowing. Yeah, and from the gut issues as well, I had these white dots on my nails, and they literally covered like probably 80% of my nail. And now I have like pretty much none. On one hand, I have maybe like 2% or 1% of my nail covered, and then the other one there's pretty much none. And that has gradually been getting better and better for the last 3 months. And before I had the Healy, like it was improving, but like, oh my God, it took like 7 months to make, you know, a 5% increase in that, yeah, to make it 5% better. But now it's like every week it's like getting better. Of course, it's not like a straight line of getting better. It's like they'll get really good and then they'll go downhill, and then they'll get really good and then they'll go downhill. And I've also been supplementing with a B complex, a gut health formula, and a zinc tablet as well, which has been helping, of course. but I honestly think that healing my gut stuff with the Healy and all of the other stuff that I've been doing, but mainly with the Healy, definitely has played a massive part in that healing. I think that's all that I've really experienced with it. Obviously, there's been other things, like I'm treating my massage clients with it and they love it. Just that instant relief from anxiety or stress or pain. Even I've had people get on the table, I treat them with the Healy. I put a muscle, like she came in with a knee pain, and I put the muscle program on and gave it, I hardly even touched her leg. It was just crazy. And then she got up and never had knee pain again. Like, it's just crazy. I can't believe it. It's just amazing how it just knows. Like, it just, I don't know. And okay, so let's get into that. So it just knows because it has a quantum sensor inside of it. And basically what that does is it has like this feedback loop with your energy field and the Healy. And so the quantum sensor reads your energy field and tells you which, okay, this is for resonance. So this is the one that scans you. So it scans your energy field and then tells you which programs you need most from Healy. So there's over 120 Healy programs. But the thing with the resonance is you don't only get the Healy programs with that. It can scan you for like 46 different Bach flower remedies, like Alaskan gem elixirs, I Ching, like so many things, Schussler salts, all of these things as well. But with it, I'll go back to the Healy programs because that's what I want to focus on, because not everyone's going to be interested in the resonance, and also not everyone can afford the resonance, and that's fine. I am also not here to tell you, you need a Healy, you should buy a Healy. I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to give you the information so that you can make the right choice for you. If you're having health issues, this is something that I would really recommend looking into because it's total game changer. So when you're running the cycles in Healy, it has this constant feedback loop. So you put it in the app and you say, I want to run this program, and then it puts the program, or it kind of relays the program into the device, and then the device emits the frequencies on its own. So, and then you can turn up the intensity that the frequencies come out, and you're hooked up to either wristbands or earlobes or sticky nodes, or you can do it without anything and just have it like in the room. But if you do that, everyone in the room will get the frequencies, which is also fine if that's your aim. So, and then everyone is completely different. Everyone's energy field is completely different. And so the Healy has this direct, like, relationship, I guess, with you and your energy field and the Healy. So everyone who runs the Healy on, say, on the gold programs, on balance, we'll use balance as an example, which is one of the gold programs. So everyone that runs the balance program is actually going to get different frequencies because everyone needs different frequencies. So within the balance program, there's like, I don't know how many frequencies, there's a lot. Anyway, and the person who is receiving the frequencies only needs some of those frequencies. They don't need all of them potentially. So the Healy has this constant feedback loop with those, with the person who, I'll get there, with the person who is like receiving the frequencies. And it's like the Healy is like, you don't need this frequency, you need this one. And for every person that will be different. So it only gives you the frequencies that you need. My understanding is that all of the other devices that are like this, or all of the other things that are like this, are kind of like nowhere near as advanced and nowhere near as like expansive, or what's the word? Like they're not as in depth. And I think those devices give you the full set of frequencies for that program. And they're also much bigger. Like this Healy is like literally can fit in the palm of my hand. It's tiny. And yeah, mostly like the purpose of Healy is to have one in your house so that you can use it anytime to kind of transform the health of the planet and the wellness of the planet and basically the mindset and energy frequency of the planet, which, can I say, my frequencies and like energy level and mindset and all of those things have also expanded so much since using Healy, because there's less of that energy going into fighting off the stress, fighting off the illness, like getting bogged down in all of the negativity, because you have this. And also frequency healing, like, obviously gives you higher frequency, because the aim is to raise your vibration, because healthy cells, well cells, have a higher vibration. So there is no other device like this. It's just, I just can't even fathom like how they've even designed this thing. I don't understand the quantum physics behind it. Like, I understand it, but I can't explain it because it's way too sciencey for me. If you want to know that, there's plenty of resources online, and I can link you to some. If you want to know that, reach out to me and I can link you to some. I don't really know what else I want to tell you about this. I feel like that's covered it. As I said, if you're in Australia and you've been fence sitting, or you're just like ready to jump in and do it, this is the month to do it, because there is like an insane promotion. And I just can't recommend it enough. I do not recommend things that I haven't tried and tested and 100% believe in. I am not the type of person to be like, you should do this, and not 100% no. I just can't. I can't do that consciously. It's not right. And the other thing I should mention as well is this company is not about selling devices. The ethos of the company and the power behind the company is that it is designed to impact the world and raise the vibration of the world and give people the option to have health and wellness in their own house without having to rely on, it's basically just to raise the vibration of the planet. Like, that's it in one line. Raise the vibration of the planet, which is totally aligned to me and potentially to you if you're listening to my podcast. Which I love as well, because a lot of, like, it is a network marketing project. It is a network marketing product, which I also need to say in here. And so if you buy it through me, we'll make a small commission, and that's just the way that it's set up. And I'm not a network marketing person generally, but for a device like this and a category creator, like, there is nothing else out there like this. I literally just bought mine not knowing if I would sell any, and not caring if I would sell any, because I just wanted to try it for myself and my clients. And then if anyone bought one, like, that was a bonus. And I think that's the best part about it, is it's product focused, not like money making focused, and it's impact focused as well. And I think that's the power behind that, because I know, well, my perception of a lot of network marketing companies is it's the opposite. It's like they have this product that's kind of okay, and the focus of people doing the business side of it, or the side of it where they get involved in the network marketing, is to make money and to have a side business, which there is nothing wrong with. But I think, like, for me and for this Healy product, it's like not that at all, which I love. So if you want to get involved, if you want to transform your health like I have, if you are just interested in more information, please reach out to me. You can do that via email, hello@nicolaburbidge.com, or if you haven't already, go and follow me on Facebook and Instagram.